Hey guys, it's Jessica, and today I'm going to share with you guys a ton of products that I have just finished up that I wanted to share with you guys, kind of mini reviews on every single thing, just to give you an idea of, if I've used the whole product up, I've got a pretty good idea of whether I liked it, it's kind of wishy-washy, or I hated it. So let's go ahead and get into it. Let's get into the makeup first, because I figure you'd rather see that, and using up makeup is kind of more of a big deal than using up body care, skincare, etc. So we'll start with that. The first thing I've used up is the NYX HD blush in, oh, it's snow. HD blush in taupe, and obviously it's more of a bronzery contour type shade. Now, this isn't completely gone, but it's kind of gotten to that point where it's just a little bit weird to use, and I'm like, I have enough that I'm okay with getting rid of this at this point. This one was weird because I loved it for a long time, but it's kind of, I've realized it's very powdery, and it kind of like, whether you use a brush, your finger, although I don't really, whether I'm swatching it with my finger or with the brush, I feel like it pills up into tiny little chunks of powder in the weirdest way. And honestly, I've never really experienced that with any other brand, but NYX, I've experienced it with numerous times, but this is one of the products I've experienced it with. And I've heard a similar thing about like their contour palette, but I've never tried it, so I don't really know. But this one, I really did like it because for a drugstore option, it is an awesome contour color. A chunk of it just fell out. What else is new? But would I recommend it as like an amazing product? No. But would I recommend it as a pretty good one? Yes. But I think that it's just that kind of that weird consistency that I can't rank it as like best of the best kind of a thing. But I do like NYX's HD blushes in general. Like I feel like the ones that are like blush colors are much better than like that one. I also used up 2 different cream liners. Now one of them just dried up. It's the L'Oreal Lacquer Liner from the Infallible line, and it's just in Blackest Black. It dried up because I had started using another one that I loved, which I'll show you in a second. And so this one, I mean, it's really just unusable. I've tried and I can't, but I love, this is probably the 3rd one of the lacquer liner I've tried. This one's amazing. The Maybelline Eye Studio cream liner is amazing as well. They're both like, I'll just go between those because they're both amazing. But I found a new love, and I might have to finally place an online order, because don't you guys feel that when it's an online brand, maybe I'm weird, if it's an online only brand, I'm much less likely to just order it. But like, if Mika Beauty, it's from the brand Mika Beauty, and it's an online brand. And since I can't find it in stores near me, and it's not available on like Ulta or Sephora or websites like that, I will not order it. I mean, it's terrible, but it's so hard for me to just place an order on a brand's website. I don't know what's wrong with me, but I feel like I should get bang for my buck with shipping. So I'm like, well, if I'm gonna place an order online, I should like order, a bunch of different things to try out, whatever, to get free shipping, or just to make it worth the shipping cost. But this might be worth ordering just for this one product. So it's the Mika Beauty Cosmetics Gel Eyeliner in black. It's a very creamy, wipey kind of gel eyeliner, whereas the L'Oreal and the Maybelline ones are a little bit thicker. So it's, and I don't even want to say drier because they're not necessarily drier, but they're just thicker. But this is a really thin, creamy consistency, but it's so black that you don't need a really, like, you don't have to layer it a bunch of times. I love this stuff. It's almost gone, which is why I'm showing it. I don't know if it looks full or not. It's almost gone. I even used it today. I'm scraping this sucker till the bottom. But I love it. I think I will just order it again. If I can, I'll find it online and link it below if you're interested too, but Another thing I used up is the e.l.f. makeup remover. It's just a little like almost pen-like thing. I've actually flipped it around. You can take it out and flip it around. That you can use to kind of clean up winged liner. You know, if you get weird specks on your face, you can just use it to remove the makeup. It's awesome. These are $3. I use them up like candy. You don't use up candy, you eat the candy. But I really do go through these like crazy. So I have 5 mascaras that I've used up. That's crazy. The first one was in some subscription box. And it's the Duce or Duce Punk Volumizer Mascara. And I actually really liked this. I could probably get a couple more uses out of it. I like big brushes. If you don't like big brushes, you'll hate this. But I don't mind them. I didn't love it for my lower lash line. It kind of clumped, but it was super volumizing on the top. So I liked it. Would I buy, again, this is another brand you'd have to like buy online specifically, and I don't think I loved it that much. The next one, honestly, I didn't use up, but it's waterproof and I just can't. It pulls out my lashes. This is the L'Oreal Voluminous Superstar in waterproof. And the first side is a primer, and it was okay, but you'll see it starts to get, you know, like if you have any liner in your waterline and you use this, it picks up the liner and pulls it through, so it ends up getting black all over it, which, I mean, that's kind of to be expected. But then the second side, of course, is a mascara. But since it's waterproof, I just stopped using it. I did not like, it did not make my lashes look nice. I will say that. The primer was okay. I would use the primer with other mascaras, so that one's almost used up anyway. But I just didn't love it. I would be willing to try a non-waterproof version because I love the idea of primers with it. And while I'm on that token, I'm gonna skip, I'll go back to mascaras, but this is another one I would be willing to buy online. Straight up. This is the Manna Kadar Conditioning Lash Primer. This is just a trial size. I want the full size. I think it might be expensive though. I need to look it up. But it's just a white primer. You guys, there is something about this that works incredibly. It thickens your lashes, but it doesn't have any weird like fibers or weird fallout. And it just makes your lashes huge. So then you put whatever mascara on top, but I feel like any mascara I used with this always looked awesome no matter what. So, I mean, I was floored because I've never found a lash primer that I loved. So I really, again, this one and the Mika gel liner, I need to actually order again. The next one I tried out and kind of used up is the Maybelline The Falsies Push-Up Drama. I did not love this. It's got really separated little, those things, not fibers, little arms, what do we call those? I don't know. But it just didn't do well. And really the main thing I remember from this was that my lashes, which normally are semi-curled just naturally, were straight. And I was like, this has never happened. I mean, it's just crazy. So if you already have straight lashes, they're gonna be like even lower. Like, it was weird. So I used it for probably a couple weeks and I was like, I am done. I hated it. Another mascara I finished up is the Maybelline Full and Soft. I really liked this. It was a very natural mascara, a very natural brush, and it just was comfortable. And like, throughout the week when I'm going to work, I just want to wear a comfortable mascara. It looks nice, but it's not like crazy volume. I just liked it. There's a reason this has been around for quite some time. Another one I finished up is the Jordana Best Lash Extreme. One of my favorites, crazy volumizing, holds a curl, defining as well. Like it does all the three things you want it to do, volume, definition, and like curl. It does all of them. It's insanely cheap, under $5, and it's just great. I also used up 2 brow gels. They're both clear. So I'll do the expensive one, then the cheap one. The expensive one I used up is the Anastasia Clear Brow Gel. This really is like hairspray for your brows. Like it just, when you brush it through, your brows just don't move all day. And I love that about it. And even though it's like 20 bucks-ish, I've gone through like 3 of these because it really does hold better than anything I've ever used. Of course, you literally could take a spoolie, hairspray it, and then brush it through. It's gonna have a similar effect, but honestly, I'm just lazy. But I've also tried the NYX Control Freak, and this is the second one of these I've had. And I also really like this. It's an amazing, like $5-ish option. Again, you brush it through your brows just to hold them in place. It's not as strong of a hold, but it's still pretty good. And the reality is, you don't always want like crunchy brows, you know what I mean? So I feel like for an everyday, like comparing the two, I end up using this one just a little more often because it doesn't look crunchy or anything like that. One last mascara, so I guess it's technically kind of 6. So this is the Unique set someone sent to me, I feel like a million years ago. This stuff should have gone bad a million years ago, but it hasn't. This is the transplanting gel. So it's the Unique like 2-step system where you put the transplanting gel on, which is kind of like a black mascara. Then you put the white fibery type things on, which I kept because it's fine. And then you put the gel back on top. So it's kind of like layered in and it's just crazy volumized. The first 5 times I used this, it really was amazing. You guys, it was amazing. But I realized I didn't love this, but but I loved the fiber. So I'm just using that fiber when I really want crazy lashes with regular mascara. And I realized, honestly, it does the same thing, if not even better, if you found a mascara you love. So just keep that in mind, but I really do like the fibers, and that was loud. I will say, you'll notice it can get really weird, like down here if you use it, so I don't like to use it on my lower lash line at all. I don't even know if that's recommended because it was just weird there. So just a little piece of advice. Now on to hair care and skin care and body care. One thing I used up, I feel like a million years ago, but I guess I have not done an empties video in a very long time, is the Julep Bare Face Cleansing Oil. This was okay. It removed, I should say I liked it. Clearly I used it up. It removed my makeup the way I wanted it to, and I really only use this stuff mostly just for my eyes, because the rest of it will come off pretty easily with just a cleanser. But I liked it enough. Would I buy it again? No. I think it's too expensive for what it is, and honestly, I've really been liking using like Bioderma or even like a Garnier type micellar water just to quickly remove that and then wash my face. This, I don't know, it was okay. Another thing I used up that I'm torn about. This is the Andalou Naturals Pumpkin Honey Glycolic Mask. This is on Vitacost. That's where I bought it, for cheaper than it is regularly priced, which that's why I love Vitacost. They have tons of like natural skincare things for way cheaper than it is on like in Whole Foods, anywhere else. It's so much cheaper. So Tyler and I, like even for groceries, we'll place Vitacost orders every single month and just sit on the floor and open our box with like spices and skincare and just all kinds of stuff. So if you're interested, I'll link it below. I think if it still works, which I'm pretty sure it does, I'll double check. I have a $10 off coupon where like, if you use my link, I get $10 off, you get $10 off. It's like a win-win. So if I still have that link, I'll link it below. But I loved this stuff. But I will say, it smells exactly like pumpkin and honey, which I love because I feel like it's actually made from those products. But it did make my skin sting. But it also made my skin look really brightened. I cannot describe it. It's the weirdest thing. Like, it really did sting, and you leave it on, what is it? It says 1 to 3 times per week. You leave it on for 10 minutes. And it looks like baby food. I remember a long time ago when this is like the 3rd bottle I've gone through of this. When I first got one of these, I posted a picture on Instagram. If I can find it, I'll put it up there. But I posted a picture on Instagram of me wearing this, and it literally looks like baby food. Like, and I'm sure a lot of you guys know what I mean. But it stung, but my skin looked amazing. So I can't decide if it was like good for my skin, bad for my skin, I don't know. But all I'll say is this is the 3rd one of these I've gone through, and I really liked it. So I'll link this below. Another thing I used up is the Paula's Choice Resist Moisturizer. I've used the entire Resist line. I really, really like it. It's great if you're around my age, like mid-20s, although now I just turned 27. But because it's, you know, it's not necessarily for mature skin, but you know, you're starting to see the signs of aging. I'm starting to see crow's feet, and the idea of the Resist line is exactly that. So I like it. There are some products I like more than others in the Paula's Choice, but the Resist line is among my favorites for sure for my skin type, and it's really helped. I used to have crazy dry skin, and now I would say I just have normal skin. So, you know, in the winter I'll see a little bit of dryness like here, but it's so much less than what I used to see, so I feel like I have to attribute it to this. So not just this moisturizer, but the whole line. But I like the moisturizer. I've done a sponsored video with them. I want to say it was almost a year ago. It doesn't feel like a year ago, and this was one that I felt so strongly about. I really, really love it. I finally used this up. It's amazing. Another one I stopped using. And I know if you use this, you're gonna like be like, what? This is the Cetaphil Daily Facial Cleanser. If you have oily skin, this is going to be amazing for you because it really does, you know, across the board, it cleans your face, it gets makeup off, your face feels clean. I started using this and I realized, you know, a couple weeks passed and my skin was crazy dry. And this wasn't in the winter time, so I couldn't even contribute it to that. It was like in the fall, and it really wasn't that cold here in the fall. I realized this was the only variable that had changed. So, you know, I used it probably to here, but I realized my skin was drying out. So if you have oily skin, you really would probably like it. If you have dryish skin, it could be hit or miss. And it really, I mean, all of our skin is so different. I didn't think it was terrible, but I just didn't want to use anything else that was super drying. I really like the moisturizing cleanser from CeraVe. So really similar, I always confuse the two. But the CeraVe, it's C-E-R-A-V-E. Again, I'll link all this stuff below. But the moisturizing cleanser is amazing if you already have dry skin or even normal skin. It feels amazing. Your skin will look amazing. I love it. I think now that I'm done with this, I might purchase that now because I love that stuff so much. All right, a nail empty is the Cutex non-acetone nail polish remover. I mean, I think this actually worked pretty well, and I like the idea of using less acetone because I know it's drying, but honestly, any of these are drying. I mean, it's not natural to put anything on your nails if you really think about it, but this removed things really well. I didn't wear glitter polish. I don't know if I wore I might have worn it a couple times, but not much this past year. So I haven't had a need for a really strong nail polish remover. The one I have now, it's a green one. I don't think it's Cutex, but it's for removing gel polish or glitter, and it's really strong, and I can feel it drying my nails out. So I feel like I need to buy this again. I like that it's non-acetone, just so it's a little more gentle. It's still not perfect, but it's just a little more gentle on your nails. And my nails are just so dry and they break so easily. No matter how many vitamins I take, water I drink, it just doesn't seem to make a difference. So I don't know. So let's talk about hair and then we'll do skin. So hair empties, they're both from Living Proof. They sent me these a long time ago, and I told you guys, I tell companies basically, and if you're another YouTuber, this might help you. Basically, what I tell companies is, you can send me whatever you want, but I'm not guaranteeing that I'm gonna do a review or that I'm gonna show it. If I love it, it might happen to be a video because I love it. But if I don't, it might be in a regrets video. It might be, because if I don't like it, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. So, of course, these I both loved. So this is the Living Proof Curl Defining Styling Cream. I should have worn my hair naturally curly today. So, well, my hair's naturally curly, wavy, whatever you want to call it. It's not like kinky curls like that, but it's kind of a mix. This stuff was amazing. And right now in my shower, I could probably show it today too because they're almost gone. I have the Living Proof Curl Shampoo and Conditioner. And the difference between when I use that versus when I use, any other shampoo and conditioner when I'm wearing my hair naturally curly is astronomical. So, I mean, it really makes a difference because the shampoo is not too drying, but then the conditioner, all it really does is just kind of detangle so your curls aren't weird and frizzy. And then this holds the curls together, and it's the best. I mean, it is one of the best lines I've ever tried. So the thing that kills me is how expensive it is. So, have I bought this again yet? No, we'll see. But I mean, it is the best curling line I've ever tried. But the other Living Proof one is their Perfect Hair Day Dry Shampoo. So what I used today, so my hair is 1 day dirty. This is the second day. And it looks so greasy to me because I didn't use this. I ran out of this, although they just sent me a new one. I just posted on Instagram and I was like, yes! I used a macadamia dry shampoo, and it is the worst thing I've ever used. I'm getting rid of it because it makes your hair so heavy. I've never experienced anything like it, and it looks like greasier than it did. I'm like, what? That is the opposite of what I want my dry shampoo to do. This one was great though. Do I think it's the best in the world? I don't know. I mean, it was really good, but I also like the Batiste ones. Those are great, and they make your hair feel a little more lightweight. So it's kind of a tie, but I'm excited to have another one of these because it really is one of the best ones I've tried. To body. This is the Jergens BB Body. You guys, it's makeup for your skin. I said that really fast. It is literally makeup for your skin. I have a little bit left, which is why I'm showing it, and then I'm gonna use the rest of it. But I'll show you. It's kind of tinted. And this is medium to deep, which, I mean, that should be light to medium, but that's what it is. And, it almost looks like a BB cream, doesn't it? But when you rub it in, it just beautifies your skin. And every time I've ever worn this, especially in the summer months, you feel so much more confident because you feel any little imperfections, maybe some veining, or when you shave your legs and you're not moisturized and you have those little bumps like that. It just kind of masks those, and it smells like beautiful light perfume. Yeah, it just has a lovely light smell, a beautiful look to it. I've never tried anything quite like this, and I love it. And it's really, in my opinion, for a drugstore lotion, expensive for what it is. However, it's worth it every time I've ever bought it. I will continue to buy it. It's my favorite. It is my favorite. I'm gonna put a little bit, so like there's my shoulder. I'm gonna put a little bit on my shoulder, so maybe you can see the difference. I don't know if you will or not, but oh, I love it so much. Yeah, you probably can't really see the difference, but I love it. So I also have been loving, on a similar note, the Vaseline Intensive Care Healing Serum. And this is the Radiance Restore with pure cocoa butter. I saw this on clearance recently, and so I don't know if they're discontinuing it, but this had a similar effect where it's not as like color correcting, but it's really, really moisturizing, just beautiful, and almost makes your skin shimmer. So both of these are gorgeous for that. And then the last thing is the Soap and Glory Body Scrub in, oh, it's their Sugar Crush. So it smells like 7-Up. It's almost gone. I'm done with it, but I'll recycle this. It smells amazing. It does an okay job, but I like a grittier body scrub. So this had like kind of a thin, but like I've tried some coffee scrubs, and I really like those because they're just a little thicker, and I noticed my skin is a lot softer. So I liked it, but it's not my like #1 favorite. So hopefully this video was enjoyable for you to watch. I hope that you'll subscribe and catch more of mine, and I will link my past Empties videos both up there and down below, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye!